What's up, people? We're back after like what? 6 months?
It's been a bit more than 6 months.
1 year?
Oh no, it's been since upload or since film? That's not
Upload.
what matters. We're back.
We're back now, and maybe this time will be kinda on point.
Yes. Regarding the reason why we're only back now, the topic of our video.
IB Survival Guide. So, for the past 2 years, we have been surviving or suffering?
Well, I was slowly bleeding out, but most people were surviving.
Yes. I think we both suffered a lot, and it's only because of one thing. Dun, dun, dun.
B. Well, no, IAs.
IB, IA, everything.
If it begins with an I, or an extended essay. Yeah.
We're going to divide this video into 3 stages. Before IB,
During IB.
after IB.
The third being the far more pleasant of them all.
Well, wait until the results come out.
True.
Okay,
Before IB,
before IB, what are we going to talk about in before IB?
first step for before IB is choose the right subjects.
No. The first step of IB is
Don't
don't
do
do IB.
Well, yeah, true.
But once you have already
Chosen to do IB.
made up your mind to suffer through 2 years of hell,
Committed to the anarchy that is this diploma program.
then I would say that you should do your research a lot about what this course is about,
Yes.
and like prepare your mindset, I guess.
Yeah. I get something by choose the right subjects. I made the horrible mistake that
Oh no, I made the worst mistake.
all my SLs were hard subjects.
All my HLs were like difficult.
Okay, yeah, granted, Josh. But you actively wanted to do those things.
Fair enough.
I didn't need what's up wrong with
History.
actually no. I didn't need 3 of my subjects. All of which were SLs. All of which were really hard SLs.
I get it. And it's like, do subjects that you're really passionate about.
Yes.
I mean, like, it's difficult to say
Yes.
you're passionate about studying, but do subjects that you like and you might need in the future.
Yeah, like again, I talk a lot about choosing the hard subjects. I did physics. For sake of an example, I would not do any of those subjects.
Yeah.
Choose this thing. Rather go with what you know than what you think will be easy.
Right.
Because doing what you know is easier than doing what's easy.
Yes.
makes sense.
That makes sense. Total sense. And also, I would say, for your HL, stay away from the, difficult subjects.
Don't do the murder 3.
Yeah, don't do the murder 3, like high-level maths, chemistry, and physics. Those are like, yeah, I did high-level maths and physics that broke me, but I survived somehow.
Yeah, no,
God
trust me.
knows how.
We all prayed for you at night.
Yes, I needed it. And also one thing I wanted to say. Choose one subject which is artsy, you know?
Yeah.
Like I chose drama and it was like my outlet of removing stress. It was fun and it was like by the end of the 2 years, it was the only subject I really cared about.
Choose subjects, not just what you think you will do. Do like something fun.
Yeah, at least have one subject which
Yeah.
you truly love. Like I chose to do theater just because it was like fun and like one subject where I could be myself and not stay in the classroom
Yeah.
and just cram stuff.
Yeah, not every single subject has to be a tool to get you into university. That's what your
Exactly.
HLs are for.
Yeah, exactly. Your SLs are for like light,
Yeah.
fun, enjoyable stuff.
Well, I don't think IBs have been defined as light, fun, and enjoyable. But yeah, your SLs is to be more relaxed than your HLs.
Exactly.
So just I say that don't take SL math.
You had struggle in SL math. I was HL.
I know, but well, hey. SL math to SL math students is hard. Okay.
Okay.
HL math to SL math students is even harder.
Okay. Oh, so that's what we're just saying. Do your research well and choose subjects like properly. And I'm sure you'll have like first few months to change your subject.
Yeah. And if you think you should change, change. I made the mistake of not.
Yeah. I thought like, oh, by the end I'll be used to it and everything, but it
Well,
didn't work out well.
That's part 1 of our tale.
Recording part 2.
Graptic, what you got? The main hurdles of IB. Obviously, people are going to talk about the workload. It's like the big thing.
That's normal.
That's usually okay. Yeah, your day-to-day work isn't going to kill you. Assuming you're doing your work and your teachers are competent enough to not give you too much.
Yeah.
Like you are fully in your rights to go up to your teacher and be like, Miss, Sir, whatever.
We need an extension.
Yeah, we need an extension. What you've given us is too much. If they've given you too much, they'll be able to see that they've given you too much, and you'll then just get an extension.
Yeah.
That's not an excuse, though, to just not do it, and then ask for an extension the day of.
Mm-hmm.
Though it might sometimes work.
It did work for us a lot.
Yeah, but never worked for math.
Okay, never for math.
Note, do not ask the teacher if we could move the test to a different day on the day of the test. It doesn't go over very well.
Yes, unless you're high level kids and you only have 5 students. Using your resources really well. I found that using like YouTube videos and everything were very helpful. Like one site I'm truly going to recommend, even if you're not doing IB, is Crash Course, and the whole Crash Course team. I'm truly grateful to you guys. It has helped me so much.
Yeah, well, Crash Course, don't do what I did. Crash Course is not your savior in history when it comes time for exams. It is your savior when you're studying.
Yeah.
And you need something to help you in your next lesson.
Yeah.
Don't make my mistake. But what you do need is also some like websites. The one I wish I used, I found it when studying for my mocks. But by that point, I didn't really have much to use it for. Is websites like Khan Academy. If you find your course equivalent on Khan Academy,
Use
free,
that.
you can just watch a 5-minute video every week, every day, or like once a week. It's just like the 5-minute video they give you, and you'll go through the Khan Academy entire like math course alongside your current class math course, and that makes things a lot easier.
Yeah.
Stuff.
And it's really amazing how things click when you watch them in your own time.
Don't feel forced to study the books they give you. If you want to go and find like educational resources online, they explain it in what you think's better, use that. If it teaches you better, as long as you're learning the same thing. Don't show up to class and be like, I know calculus, and then just not do calculus.
Yeah. And I only mentioned Crash Course, but there are so many other YouTubers who have helped us through IB process.
Math and physics, you got Mitch Campbell.
Yes, he's been a star.
You got, who else you got? Live? No.
I don't remember them, but they get our point.
Yeah, just look for them, you'll find someone.
Yeah.
Brings back what I was saying earlier, you have to choose what you're interested in. This is in terms of your IAs and your
extended essay,
and TOK presentation to an extent.
Yes, and yeah, I'm gonna go into that afterwards.
Yeah, because like in your IAs you have the personal engagement bracket. Like you get points for how engaged you are, and like, it's quite simply, I think the only reason I did well in my physics and the only reason I didn't fail my math IA is because I chose topics that were quite unique. And like if you do something that the teacher's like, ooh, that looks cool, then no matter what you do afterwards, even if you just do bad physics, you've already got that leg up of they think you're doing something cool.
Yeah.
Like choosing something interesting goes beyond just you being interested in the thing, which is obviously important.
Yeah, exactly. And I would also emphasize that a lot on extended essay, because writing 4,000 words for some people is not easy. For me it was. I had to cut down words. But the point is that if you're truly passionate about something, words will flow out of you like a river, and like it will be easy.
Yeah, like it'd be a good move to just choose for your extended essay something you could like talk about for a good 15 minutes uninterrupted.
Yeah, like I have a friend who chose to do it on Harry Potter.
Yes.
And that was like the best thing he did, and he enjoyed it, and let's hope he does a good job.
If your studying is reading your favorite book, or if your studying is researching your favorite moment in history or your favorite mathematic formula, then you're already doing something you enjoy doing.
Yeah,
so
it should be easy.
Yeah. Well, as easy as it can be. You're gonna think it's fun and games until that teacher gives you your notes back. Talking about that friend who had the Harry Potter sitting in class during sports day.
Even sports day.
Taking notes, fixing the eye.
Again, it's gonna be a tough journey, but then you will feel satisfied at the end.
It's no matter what, it's a lot of work, but you just want to be doing a lot of work on something you enjoy working on than a lot of work on something you hate.
Yeah. And now I'm gonna go through a list of things that I'll tell you not to do, but you will still do. such as don't procrastinate. I know you're gonna procrastinate.
We all
We procrastinated. It didn't get us anywhere nice.
Well,
We had many nights where we didn't sleep at all, drama projects.
anything else?
One more thing. It's it's also like relating to don't procrastinate. Stay organized. You're gonna have so many deadlines coming up. I feel like the best strategy for me was that I just made a list of things that I had to do in the order of the due date. So the earliest on top, the latest on bottom, and then I started working from the bottom to the top.
Stay organized.
Yeah, just keep up with the deadlines, and you're gonna have some nights where you don't sleep at all, but you'll catch up. Look at these dark circles. I wanted to say that for TOK presentation, I find that you do much better when you have a partner, when you work with a partner, and when you relate to your partner. Because I did a TOK presentation with
A friend.
and let's say it worked out averagely, but it wasn't as perfect as I thought it would be. You
Well,
know?
I'd say that's because each of you did two different presentations.
Exactly.
And stuck them together.
Yeah, I feel like you need to find a partner who works
With you, not alongside you.
exactly.
Well, that's how to survive during IB, the main bulk of it.
Plus, it's coming from two. Ladies and gentlemen, my partner is sitting down right
I
now.
was tying my shoelaces.
Okay, we're going to be talking about after IB and like the examination period and like after IB.
Graduation and all that surrounds it.
Yes.
That being exams,
Hell before graduation, and
a bit more hell.
one thing I wanted to say that if your mocks don't go really well as you expected, I feel like you shouldn't worry, because mocks are just as an indication of what
Yeah.
you can do, because in your finals you get 1 month or like 3 weeks
Since 3 weeks.
of extra of like
Just
preparation
study break.
and study break, and I feel like that's very helpful if you use it very well.
Yeah. I think the best way to use your mocks is if you did well in your mocks, then what you were doing worked. If you didn't do well in your mocks, and what you
Try
were doing
something else.
didn't work. So it's
Yeah.
a chance to realize that you need to change tact. It's not a defining aspect.
It's
the
not the end
future.
of the world.
Yeah. Well, exams are the end of the world.
No, I'm going to come back to that as well.
No, they really aren't.
So, and again for revision, I feel like, again, not studying 10 hours per day and everything, you shouldn't do that.
What you need, what I did, well, I say what I did, what I planned to do. Didn't really follow through with it, but it helped me at points, and badly organized me, it did definitely help. Create a schedule. I had a simple system where each day I would study in the morning, past paper in the afternoon. Then you have every day, you'll wake up, you study a topic, then you do a past paper of the topic you did the previous day. Something like that, where you can just cycle through all your classes, constantly revising and updating. You see what you don't know, you see what you know, you get an idea of what the past papers are like, or what the papers are like through past papers.
Yeah.
Hopefully you get to know the physics papers well enough that you don't miss any bits.
We won't talk about that. I did something similar. I was working on a 6 hours per day schedule.
Mine was 5. No, mine was, yeah, no, never mind.
6.
Depending on the past paper length.
Yeah, and I focused more on past papers more than books. I would do a question. If I didn't get it, I would go back to the textbooks and resources. But then I was just going through past papers to understand what the papers would be like and
Yeah.
get more confidence, I guess.
Yeah, that's like one thing you have to keep in mind of each subject you have to study for different. Like
Exactly.
I didn't, like for physics and math, you study past papers.
Yeah,
And
but for
something-
something like English, you have
For-
to study the books and everything.
I will give and take. For like English paper 2, yeah, you have to study the books.
Yeah,
Hardcore, but like that's easy because your studying is just reading the books,
yeah.
taking notes on one aspect of the books. But like English
And
paper
coming
1,
from us, that's fine.
English paper 1, the only way to study for it is just to write it, see if it's good, rewrite it, see if it's good until you have it perfect. Because you can't really like, you can't study. It's a mistake I made and a lot of other people make is, like for the English paper 1, you can't study for it in theory. You have to actually see things. You have to get your eye keen to spotting different forms of theatre. Don't want to say theatre. Different literary techniques.
Devices,
Yeah,
yeah.
devices and stuff. It's not. And same goes like history. History, you study the book most of the time. and then history's like 50-50 actually, because you'll study and you'll do a past paper. History's the most middle of the ground.
Yeah.
It just varies depending on your subject, essentially, that's all we're saying.
And yeah, so that's preparation. And I would also say that don't panic or be nervous before exams. I know I'm saying that, but I was the one who was very nervous before each and every exam, no matter if they were my good subjects or bad subjects. And I feel like that worked as a disadvantage for me, because I was walking in scared, but then sometimes it was easier than what I expected, sometimes harder. But the point is that just be relaxed. Whatever will come. It's not gonna change your life. It's not gonna be the end of the world. We'll talk about that later. And just be calm. I had one thing that worked for me was that before every exam, I wouldn't be alone. I would be around people.
Yeah.
So I keep on talking with them and I keep on distracting myself. If I was alone, I knew for a fact I would overthink to death.
Well, I can't really give much advice on this. If you'd seen me the morning of one of my exams, you would think I was going over to the movies. I was just
Yeah, he was the chilled out one.
But again, the better student. So you see where it comes down.
No, I don't think that's true. But yeah, the thing is that I don't know. I know me saying that don't be nervous is not going to make you nervous. I mean, yeah.
Don't be nervous isn't going to calm your nerves.
Calm your nerves, yeah, exactly. But just try to talk to someone you relate to and talk to them how they do it. Because some people do yoga. That works for them.
I know what the phrase is. Don't let the exams get to your head. That's essentially what you want.
Yeah.
Don't make the act of taking the exam more important than you being ready for than you finishing the exam. Does that
Right.
make sense?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. The exams are just this much of what you have learned over the 2 years.
Yeah. So
After the exam, most probably, if you're not us, you're not going to forget what you have learned. It's gonna be inside you, you know? It's like
assuming you've actually been paying attention in class the entire year, you should be ready for your exams. If you haven't been paying attention to the class the entire year, might I refer you back to my previous part of the video where I recommended Khan Academy and Mitch Campbell.
Yeah, exactly. It comes down to that. You cannot study the whole syllabus in one day.
You can sure as hell try to.
Someone can clearly try that. So yeah, I just feel like exams are not a big deal. Think that and walk into them. Do what you can, walk out and forget about it. After each exam, you forget about the paper.
Unless you have a paper 2 the next day.
Yes, don't forget about it then.
After each subject, forget about it.
Yeah.
Another good reference, I think we should have brought this back up earlier, but I only started using it during my exams. The IB Reddit page is a godsend.
Yes.
Just go on it before you start the first day of IB
Yeah.
or of IB diploma. Get on that Reddit page and start talking to people, because you're all taking the same course and you can all help each other.
Yeah.
I only found it when I was doing my exams, but I wish I had it sooner.
Yeah. I feel like that's also true. I feel like as students, you should not worry too much about results. I mean, at the end of the day, results are just a number. But what you have learned is more important. Because sometimes you have learned so much and it just doesn't come up in the exam, you know? Or they ask you in a tricky way that you forget. But that doesn't change the fact that you don't know anything.
Yeah, and obviously if your results are determining whether or not you get into the university of your choice, that's a bit of a worry. But if you're down to the line of my results, if your results might get you into the university of your choice, you're good. You've done as much as you can by that point. If you find out they can't, then start looking at other options. Rewrites are always there.
Yeah, there's so many different ways to get into university these days that you shouldn't bomb yourself down because one of your way didn't work.
Yeah.
And this one, I feel like, and one friend of mine once told me this, and it stuck to me down over here. It hit me. Yeah. something else. And she simply said that we all have a destination we are walking towards. Some of us know where it is, some of us don't know where it is, but we will figure it out at the end of the day. Some of us get there really quickly and fast, and some of us get there slowly, but we eventually get there at the end. So I feel like you shouldn't worry about getting to the destination, you know?
It's the journey that matters.
Exactly.
Right. Essentially what we're trying to say is, don't let worry about school and your exams.
The world is
Kill
so
you.
much bigger than
Yeah.
this.
If, say you don't get into the university of your choice, you can get into another university. There's always a worse university.
Retakes, foundation year,
Yeah.
there's so
You
many
retake
options.
Yeah, exactly. Foundation year, you get, maybe,
It's a great option.
maybe you sit down, you repeat a year, but if you think about it,
That's like more knowledge.
yeah, well, also, if you think yourself smart enough, you know all that stuff already.
Mhm.
That's just a free year.
Yeah.
Yeah, to just be a uni student without a lot of work.
Exactly. For some of us, that's like a treat.
Yeah, whilst foundation year and rewrites aren't what you want to do, there's still options. If you fail, you're not, all is not lost.
Yeah. I just feel like I am pretty sure one day in the future, like maybe at 30, 20, 40 or something, we are going to look back at this and we are going to laugh about it because we make it such a big deal, but it's not really a big deal, you know?
Yeah.
We move on.
As long as you can get somewhere that can take you where you want to go.
Yeah.
That's, I think, what we need to know.
Yeah.
And another thing is, don't hype up a university. I've seen people do it. Luckily for me, I got into the uni of my choice. But a lot of people, they'll decide University A is the one they're going for. It's the one they want to go to. They'll buy all the shirts, and then they don't get in.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if University B, where they do get in, is it just as good, if you've made one place the pinnacle
Yeah.
of all things, you're going to
And
always be disappointed.
I feel like at the end of the day, it's the company and the people you're around. So
Yes.
even if you go to a university you don't want to, I am sure you'll have a good time because it's a life-changing moment
Well,
in your life.
I
You
guess
know?
we can't really talk much about university. We haven't gotten there.
Yeah.
Tune back in 3 to 5 years when we release our university survival video. We call
Hey,
that
what if it takes us longer to finish university, like Patrick Roth's, 9 years or something?
I doubt it. I would have to repeat university 3 times over. to
You
get-
just do different courses.
True.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about university. I don't want to think about university until
You-
September.
Until we go to university, I
Yeah.
guess.
So just take it easy.
And for now,
High school results don't matter at all. I know
Yes.
this is lame comment.
but doesn't mean you have to ignore them.
Yeah,
They don't matter, but still,
try your
yeah,
best,
try.
and you'll get what you deserve, I guess.
Yes, you always get what you deserve.